Hello, and welcome to my channel. My name is David Lawrence. I'm an Illinois qualified attorney living and working here in Thailand since 2010, with my relevant experience being having worked for the parent company of Sri Trang Gloves Thailand Company Limited, and having been responsible for their ex-Thailand legal and regulatory affairs matters for medical gloves. I'm just doing a quick addendum to the video I published earlier, where I sort of got on a soapbox about regulations, regulatory, and this no harm, no foul approach that people are taking, that the FDA is not taking. And I think it's not exactly correct to say the FDA is not taking a no harm, no foul approach. They certainly are with medical devices, and they certainly are not taking that approach with medical devices and medical gloves. But PPE is not essentially unregulated, and nitrile gloves can come in as PPE, right? And the FDA took a big step, as far as I'm concerned, and it was a pretty risky step, right, when they issued that enforcement policy that allows labeled gloves. If you label a glove as being a second choice non-medical examination glove, if you call it just an unpowdered glove and put a couple of warnings on the box, they'll let that in. Right, and they said, and they've waived the 510K requirement, and the FDA knows, and there must have been a lot of internal discussions on this, but the FDA knows that there's a high likelihood that those specially marked gloves are going to be sitting next to boxes of 510K medical device gloves, and they're leaving the discretion in the hands of the hospitals and medical providers and anyone else who wants to use those gloves that are probably very appropriate for some lower risk situations. They're leaving it to the people to do that. So, that was a big, bold step by the FDA. But from what I've seen, not many people are taking advantage of it. And I'd like to know why. Maybe the hospitals are worried that if these essentially unregulated products come in and there's a malpractice claim, that can go back on the hospital or the manufacturer, certainly, but if they're abroad, there's no problem. Or maybe it's greed. Maybe it's just people know they can get a much bigger margin on a 510K product than they can on just a PPE glove or a specially labeled glove that would still find its way to a hospital and would be useful for most purposes. So a question I have, and I wonder, if you could like and subscribe and share, and if you have a comment on this particular facet of the glove supply, I would really appreciate hearing from you, because I just don't see this specially labeled product going out, and I would like to know why. Have a good day. Take care of yourselves.